Many people ask me why the coach? Why do you invest in the coach? What they don't realize is that the coach is the most influential person in our society today. They'll impact in 20 years over 15,000 lives. Billy Graham said that in a 1-year time period, a coach will impact more people than many of us will our entire lives.
I love FCA because of the ministry that it provides to the coaches, both to and through the coaches. When I consider the coaches in our church and in our city, the coaches are the ones that have influence.
Coaches struggle with a lot of things. I mean, a lot of people look at us and think we just big macho men and rah, 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 but just like the ordinary Joe, we had to sit down and talk to somebody and kind of pour out and let somebody else pour into us. And as a result, the relationship with Jesus Christ, it blossoms.
So FCA has poured so much into my husband. Before FCA, he did not have the opportunity to do those things. Of course, he picked up his Bible on his own, but the magnitude that it's done at now, he wouldn't have it if it was not for FCA. It has changed him as a man. It has changed him as a leader, it changed him as a coach, and it changed him as a husband.
FCA has impacted me in a number of ways. First of all, I get an opportunity to work with an FCA staff person on a weekly basis who comes in and we do book studies together. And my coaches also see that I'm working weekly with an FCA staff person. It makes them want to hang around in the coach's office and kind of get an idea of what we're talking about and be a part of it. So for me, personally, man, it's big. It helps me on my day-to-day walk. It helps me in the building with the kids. It helps me with the coaches. The challenge is to continue to be that model, continue to walk by faith, and have somebody that our kids can see on a day-to-day basis. So I need it. I do. And all coaches need to be challenged.
Being a coach is more than just coaching X's and O's and the game of football. Is more so about building relationships with those kids and making sure that they are prepared for life, with Christ as their leader, and that's what FCA provides.
So one of the benefits of having someone that the coach can trust is that they have a place where they can be open and honest and maybe talk about some of the things that are bothering them or burdening them, and have someone that can meet them in prayer and just be a listening ear that can lift the load off of their shoulders.
I'm in Southern Dallas where we have a lot of schools, a lot of needs that need to be met. And what FCA does is really meet those needs. It helps spiritually, it helps giving our coaches a safe place, it helps giving the encouragement and support to our students and their families that they need. It's the link between the church and the school and the community, so it really pulls things together. One of the things I greatly appreciate about FCA in our city is really the leadership team, and that consistency I think means a lot. It means a lot for churches, it means a lot for schools, to have consistent leadership of integrity that's continuing to move things forward. It really means a lot for us in terms of us partnering and really seeing long-term impact.
As a coach, as a man, as a father, not only do I need it, I think all coaches need to be pushed by FCA. And I think as coaches, we need that. We have to be a model for our kids on a day-to-day basis because they may not see a Christian or a man walking in faith. I think all coaches need to be a part of that, and all schools need to have FCA.
I have the opportunity to go in and engage these coaches from a female perspective, from someone who's a former athlete. I can meet them where they're at and they feel a safe space where they can be open and honest about the needs that they have. And it gives me an opportunity to hold up their arms while they engage and coach these girls.
Without FCA, I honestly don't know where I would be. I would be here, but I wouldn't be the same person.
Without FCA, I'd just be another coach. I'd just be another man with a whistle.
FCA has impacted me personally. It has given me an opportunity to model and grow as an individual to be someone of influence in our school.
I myself remember in high school being a part of FCA. I remember our gatherings, I remember the coaches, I remember the impact it gave me to have a safe place to work on my faith. And I think it's a great thing to now take the opportunity to pour back into a ground that invests and builds up coaches, builds up students. Listen, you want to partner and be a part of the great things that are happening through FCA.
I love FCA.
I love FCA.
I love FCA.
The coach invests their entire lives pouring into student athletes, and many times may not realize the impact that they have. But today, as I talk to student athletes who are now coaches, they were impacted by the investment of their coach. We believe as FCA that our investment in the coach will produce fruit that will last for eternity.